Support for Radio Friends comes from Homestead Senior Care, providing trustworthy, kind-hearted senior home care services in your loved one's home. All caregivers are thoroughly screened, extensively trained, professional, and reliable. Homestead is all about providing the highest quality home care service to fit you and your family's needs. Plus, if you would be interested in becoming a caregiver, they offer great part-time positions. Give them a call at 573-442-4333 or check it out at homestead.com. Good morning and welcome to Radio Friends on Thursday, May the 10th. Good to have you with us today. And we've got Trent Rash with us, who is the Executive Director of the Summer Theater Institute at Stevens College. That's a mouthful.
That is a mouthful, isn't it, Paul?
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
And what else? You've got another title, too.
Yes, I'm an Assistant Professor of Music and Musical Theater.
Okay. So, but today we're talking about the summer performances.
Yes,
correct?
we are, yes.
And you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shows within a 6-week period.
That is correct.
So how do you do that?
You know, it's long days. The students are in a 6-week intensive semester. This is for the first-year BFA students in theater arts and musical theater, and they are in class literally from 8:30 a.m. until 10 p.m. Monday through Friday. 8:30
in the morning till 10 o'clock at night?
Yes.
Do they know what they're signing up for when they do this?
They do. We try to make them very clear how life is going to be for them for 6 weeks. It's pretty grueling.
So basically they have no other life but acting and singing and dancing.
Absolutely. They are eating, breathing, speaking, living the theater. Absolutely.
Are all of the students in every one of the productions?
Yes, they are. That's part of the deal, is that the first year they all get to experience all of these art forms together.
So they literally have to go through 5 separate productions in a 6-week period.
That is correct. And so each of these is a different sort of performance, each using a different kind of form of theater. And so they are really putting on a different hat every time they do a different show.
How many people have you got all together?
So we have 20 young women who will be going through this year.
Yeah. And do you have any special guests that come in then?
We do. All of these performances have guest artists that come from all over the country. We have people coming from the Pacific Northwest, from New York City, from Chicago. They come from a lot of the major cities who specialize in very particular art forms, so they can share those skills with our students.
Okay, and all of these shows are open to the public?
They are free and open to the public.
They're free?
Yes. Free. It's exciting.
Okay. All right. So let's go through them. You have
Sure.
May 18th. You've got what?
May 18th is our first show called Masks and Laughs, and this is our Commedia dell'arte show. So that's kind of the roots of all theater and commedia there, that Italian form. We have a wonderful man coming from the Pacific Northwest, Tony Fimmler, who came last year. He is an amazing mask maker. So the students learn how to perform wearing masks, how they embody those different archetypal characters that you find in commedia, and then they put a show together based on that.
Are they doing the show with masks on the entire time?
Yes, if they are a particular character that wears a mask, they are doing the show with a mask on.
And all these masks are made for that show?
They are handmade by Tony. Some of them have already been made by him previously, but they're made for those specific characters.
Okay, so that's May the 18th, and these are only one-time performances,
Yeah, they're
right?
one night only.
So if you miss it, it's gone.
That's right. That's correct.
Okay, then on May the 25th,
yes, we have Punches and Pinches. So this is our stage combat unit. So we have John Tartiere, who's actually a local at this point. He's done a lot of work at Mizzou and actually some stage combat at Stevens. He will be working with the young women, and they will put together a show where they will fight each other on stage and learn the art of how to do that in a show.
Mm-hmm. And I'm sure that takes a lot of rehearsing, doesn't it?
It does. That takes a lot of precision to make sure that you stay safe and that you're following all the rules you need to follow.
Okay. Then you have, on June the 1st, you have...
Ooh, this is fun. This is called Risks and Rewards. So this is an evening of devised theater. Devised theater is a newer art form that's kind of become very popular in major cities. This is actually the students will, from the beginning, they will come up with a particular theme and they will create an entire show around that theme. They will write it. They will help to stage it. Sometimes they add choreography. Sometimes they add music.
Okay, wait. So you're saying then this show has not even been written yet?
No, it will not be until those guest artists arrive and help them to help that unfold.
And there will be music in it?
There could be. It all depends on where it goes and where the students take it.
So the show has not been conceived yet?
Correct.
It will. When will it start coming
so
together?
Those guest artists will arrive around the week of the 19th. So
while the other show is still going on.
Correct.
So
they overlap.
So they're working on one show that is going to be performed while they're getting ready for another one.
Correct. So there's one show that's in sort of production mode in the evenings, while in the mornings a new guest artist is coming and they're starting to be introduced to a new art form.
Oh my goodness. Well, that's why they go till 10:30 at night.
That's right. There's a lot to
So
fit
the June
in.
1st show has not been written yet. It will be written. You don't know what it's going to be about.
Right. Correct.
But it will be unique.
It will be very unique.
Because there will not be another one like it now.
And it's usually very riveting, those shows.
Could it then go on to somewhere else, or will that be its only performance and then it's gone?
It will really, truly be its only performance. So that's why it's really special to come see that one, because it probably will not be ever done again.
Unless somebody just really wants to.
Unless the guest artist really enjoyed and they want to take it and elaborate on it.
So that's called Risks
and Rewards.
Then
yes.
on June the 8th, you have...
June 8th, this is fun. We have Yes and, which is a line used often when you're doing warm-up games for improv. So this is our long-form improv unit. And so we have a lovely Stevens alum coming from Chicago who came last year, Betsy Marsala, who has been really immersed in the Chicago long improv scene. And she's going to come, and the young woman will put together an improv show. And again, who knows what will really happen. They'll learn kind of the art and the forms of long-form improv, and then the night of, they'll ask the audience for certain prompts, and they'll go from there.
Okay, so with this particular show, nothing is written ahead of time.
Correct.
So they're going to get in, and 20 young ladies?
20, yeah. Generally what happens is they kind of break up into 3 different groups, so there are smaller groups of them.
And they're going to ask the audience for subjects.
Absolutely.
And the audience can pop out anything, and then they have to improv.
The audience could say carrot, and they'll have to create a show based off a carrot.
And how long do each one of these little sketches go?
Generally, they last about 15 to 20 minutes.
Oh my goodness. That's pretty good.
Yeah, it is.
That's on June the 8th, and then the last one is...
Our final show, we always end with a big evening of musical theater. That's the one that I'm involved with, and I have a wonderful guest artist choreographer coming from New York City who works with Broadway Theater Project, so that's really exciting. And so there'll be a lot of singing and dancing, and generally we pick 3 different well-known Broadway musicals, and we just do songs from each of them, and there's costumes and lighting and all sorts of fun.
Okay, so on June the 18th, this is more of a traditional performance.
It's probably the most traditional show we do. Absolutely.
Yeah, so everybody is going to recognize these songs. Do you know what Broadway shows you're doing yet?
I know 2 of them. We will be starting with Dames at Sea, which is a lovely tap show, and we'll be closing with songs from the show Beehive the Musical, which is actually songs of the 60s. Mm-hmm. So it'll be songs that we all experienced, or those who lived in the 60s.
And you don't know what the third one is yet?
The third one is still yet to be determined, the middle one. It'll be a surprise.
Seems like a lot of this is still to be determined.
Yeah.
So it sounds wonderful. It's the 2018 performances for Stevens College Summer Theater. How do they get tickets?
You can get tickets by calling the Performing Arts Office at 573-876-7194.
Okay, and it's free and open to the public.
That's
Trent,
correct.
thank you so much for coming by.
Thank you.
And break 5 legs this summer.
Thank you.
Okay? All right. Drop me an email, pepperp@missouri.edu if there's something you'd like to see. Bye-bye.